again. It is I, Kristy, the Executive Director of Service and SaaS at Fright-Rags, and a few weeks ago I made this video proclaiming my love and adoration for my favorite of the Friday the 13th series, Part 5, A New Beginning, in sort of honor of the shirt that we were putting out. And I happen to have a lot of fans of that video. It's kind of a lie, it's kind of an exaggeration. I think like 3 people liked it, but those 3 people begged me to do another video about a film that I love and a film that we're about to release a shirt for. And that film is Hello, Mary Lou Prom Night 2. Now for me personally, I like it a hell of a lot better than the first one. I'm not really a fan of the first one. I'm sorry for those of you out there who love it and who love Jamie Lee, and that's totally fine, but I'm just not a fan. The movie kind of bores me. But Prom Night 2, the thing I love most about it has nothing to do with the first one. The only uniting factor is Hamilton High as the setting, which is the setting for the first one, but that's it. The thing that I think is so bomb means good, so bomb about Prom Night 2 is the fact that it is very reminiscent of Carrie. There's obviously some good demonic possession in there as well, but it's just a film that's driven by really good dialogue and some really genuinely creepy kills, and it's just really, really well made. And I think that the reason it doesn't get as much credit is because it is tacked onto the Prom Night franchise. Let's be real, there were no real winners in that one except for Prom Night 2, and I firmly believe if it had been a standalone film, it would be a lot more popular to this day. I really do. So, I mean, the thing is, with Prom Night 2, I felt for a long time that it wasn't really getting as much praise as it should. It's one of those films, I don't know about you, but when I'd go into the video store as a kid, I would see the poster and I would see the video, that very iconic image of Mary Lou coming out of the locker. It's just something my eyes always went to, and that's what attracted me in the first place. I mean, hell, with so many of us going to video stores as a kid, if you're a child of the 80s especially, video stores were your life, I'm sure, especially if you're a nerd sitting here watching this right now and saying, yeah, I really love Prom Night 2, you know what I'm talking about. So, allow me to nerd out for a moment. One of the great moments in my life was when I scored one of these babies off of eBay. Can we see this very clearly now? Oh yes. And this was, you know, essentially what I'd see in the video store as a kid, so I really loved it. Anyways, so the other funny thing about Part 2 is over the years I found a lot of other people agree with me on this, and my first paid writing gig ever, was in Fangoria's issue 300. That was my first paid print gig. Well, my second one ever was Famous Monsters Underground. Now it was a one-off, sort of like spin-off of Famous Monsters of Filmland that was put out last summer, and my really good friend April Snellings, who now works for Rue Morgue actually, she got me hooked up with them. So there was this one feature, underrated films from the 80s, and of course I was like, you've got to let me talk about Prom Night 2. So if you ever pick this magazine up, there it is right there. Me waxing poetic about why Prom Night 2 is one of the greatest films in horror history that never gets any play. Other than that, more recently, the convention special issue of Horror Hound magazine, which is a magazine that I'm on staff for now, I managed to fit in a little ode to Mary Lou Prom Night 2. The entire article was 5 horror villainesses you need to know, and I used my want for writing about Mary Lou to build a whole article around it. So I did. Here's the thing. It's not that Ben disagreed with me about the love for Prom Night 2. I think it just took a lot of pushing. So on and off over the past couple of years, I've been pushing and pushing. And finally I pushed enough and he said, you know what, you're right. And we decided to let Justin Osborne have a crack at it. So Justin had never seen the movie until I forced him to watch it. And he ended up really digging it. And he wanted my advice. Well, what should we do? Well, there were 2 different posters that I told him about. So obviously there's the iconic one that we all grew up with, but then there's this like VHS art from Spain or something ridiculous like that I found online, and it's got Mary Lou more like busting out with this ray of light around her. And so the design that we're about to release is really a combination of those 2. You've got Mary Lou coming out of the locker, but you've also got her burned, which you don't see in that original one. You don't see in the video store poster or the VHS artwork, but you've got her burned with her flowers and her sash coming out of the locker, and you've got the rays of light around her, and it's pretty badass. Justin did an amazing job. So at the end of all this, what am I trying to say? Prom Night 2 is one of the most underrated horror films I personally am in love with, and I really hope that releasing this shirt brings a little bit more attention to Mary Lou, because obviously she likes attention. I mean, she, you know, killed how many people just to get her prom crown? I'm just saying. But anyways, I'm really excited that we're releasing this shirt, and I hope you really dig it. And as always, thank you for continuing to support Fright-Rags, because we could not do any of this without you. So thank you very much.